Precious has me cracking up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live reaction of Memphis Wrestling. Another just action-packed lineup today. Things that were scheduled to happen and also things that weren't necessarily scheduled to happen, but it just proves anything can happen on the fastest hour in professional wrestling. Hello, everybody. I am Dustin Starr. I'll give you guys just a second to come and join me. Let's talk to Memphis Wrestling. It is a huge weekend, not only for Memphis Wrestling, but for easy for me to say, for professional wrestling as a whole. Let's talk about the show. Man, if I see Precious on my television screen one more time, or Cassandra and Ryan Rembrandt, this love triangle, tag team triangle, whatever it is, plus Brett Michaels hunting down, finally getting his hands on Alan Steele and Johnny Dotson, only to be outnumbered and outmatched 2-on-1. And Nikki and Austin Lane confront Derek King and his royal family. And we've got another big match next week with the two women and the men in their corners. We'll see how that's going to go down. It should be explosive. Greg, hello, man. Welcome. Thanks for joining us for the show and joining me here for the live reaction. Let your friends know that we are live. Oh, yeah. Greg says, I'm so happy that you and Maria got to speak to Derek King again. Okay. Derek did join us at commentary. That's always fun, even though he sees everything very, very sideways and crooked, of course. Bo says, a moment of silence for Precious's ribs and love life. Yeah, well, he's lucky Jaso Say didn't knee him in the face, or else he would probably be having reconstructive surgery or a funeral, as I think my Maria alluded to on the program. Greg says, well, all I can say, it was a really good match with Lil Chris and Simon against their opponents. I really enjoyed that. They literally tore the ceiling down. Oh, my gosh. The Dave and Buster's match of the week was our very first 8-man tag team match. And again, you guys can watch WrestleMania with us at Dave and Buster's in Memphis, absolutely free tonight, and also tomorrow night, immediately following our live TV tapings where we will crown our first ever Memphis Heritage Champion. Daquan, welcome. He says Championship Wrestling from Memphis needs a loser belt for Mike Anthony. Well, I mean, first of all, I don't know that Mike Anthony's a loser, but why would a loser have a championship belt?
Maybe a sore loser.
A sore loser, maybe, yeah, I guess, says my Maria in the background. David says, good morning, Dustin. Memphis Wrestling's great so far, but did you see Houston Body's betrayal of Heather Monroe earlier? What did you think? Oh, my gosh. So I don't even know if you know this, Maria. Houston Body turned on Heather Monroe today.
For who?
Viva Van and Jamie Iovine. So if you guys missed that, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood is available in full right here on this YouTube channel. Never saw it coming. I never thought I would see the day where Houston Body turns on Heather Monroe. But perfect segue that Heather Monroe will be in Memphis in July. So you'll also be able to catch her on Championship Wrestling from Memphis as well. But you can see her live in July. Also, Ruby Reyes is coming to Memphis in June. So I'll get those dates for you. You guys will be able to purchase tickets and also watch them on our program. Greg says my birthday is April 12th. Well, happy birthday, brother. He said he had a wonderful birthday weekend, being able to watch Memphis Wrestling and Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Those are nice gifts. Well, very, very cool. We are crowning our very first champion tomorrow. Those of you who do have tickets and will see it live, you're going to be the first to know. And then, of course, it's going to hit our television program and YouTube channel in the month of May. And we're also going to launch the grand opening of our brand new Memphis Wrestling Wrestle Center. There were some questions in the chat earlier. So if you guys have any questions or comments about our brand new Wrestle Center facility, then put those in the comments and I'll go ahead and answer them for you. But it is a 6,000 square foot facility that we're going to film all of our Memphis Wrestling television programs out of and special events. So the scene that you see right now at Top of the Line Banquet Hall, our last taping is tomorrow, and then you'll see the re-premiere of Memphis Wrestling and Championship Wrestling from Memphis. So we're super excited about that. Dominic says, hey, Dustin, 5-star. I'm ready for the 5-star showcase. Oh, yeah. Well, myself and my Maria will have our desk set up right in the line of fire.
I'm ready to get the wrestling ring out of the garage.
She said she's ready to get the wrestling ring out of the garage. Of course, the wrestling ring is in the garage right now until the Wrestle Center is ready. It is being painted as we speak. And we're going to set that ring up. Lots of stuff in the works here for Memphis Wrestling. We're growing every single day. Bo says Ruby Rays versus Precious. Book it. Oh, well, the next comment, Daquan says RIP Precious. So if Precious is still able to move after his encounter with Jace Osei.
Super Ed.
Well, Super Ed, that's another one. Humongous. So Super Ed is a super fan, and he wanted to meet Humongous, allegedly. And this meeting wasn't quite the meeting that he wanted. He didn't get his autograph. He didn't get to shake hands. Instead, he got a big boot to the face, and the Crowley's sniffing the dead body afterwards. So, yeah, so it's RIP to Super Ed and to Precious. But, yeah, I would love to see Ruby Rays versus anybody, especially Precious. Jonathan Ray, my man, he says Full Nelson Slam from Meklikoff was awesome, and that was all thanks to Cassandra Golden and Precious. More of Precious, though, because it seems to me, after watching it back, that Cassandra Golden was going out to cheer for Ryan because you saw her get in the ring and help him afterwards, but Precious wanted no part of it. So there's definitely some jealousy there. Very crazy, but Meklikoff picks up the win, and he seems like he has been extremely angry since losing in the Cobra Cup tournament. So he's on a warpath. He will be a part of the Grind City Rumble taking place tomorrow. You will see the introduction of that on next week's program. But if you have a ticket and you are there live in Memphis, you get to see it go down first and foremost. Hashtag no spoilers. Sylvester says Precious won't leave and let alone. Yeah, he didn't leave Cassandra alone at all. He was chasing her around like a lovesick puppy. Jonathan says, enjoy barbecue at the desk. Here's a little inside thing that I don't know if you guys know about, but Maria took her headset off at the last taping and told our buddy Jason, hey, get me some Tops barbecue. And so I'm looking at her going, you can't eat barbecue while you're doing commentary. And she's like, serious, in all seriousness, she goes, why not? So she had a couple of bites of barbecue nachos during commentary. So Tops Barbecue is the exclusive concession of Memphis Wrestling. Of course, they are making the move with us. They'll have a special spot at the Memphis Wrestling Wrestle Center. And Tops Barbecue has 16 locations in Memphis, been in business since 1952. They are the barbecue champions of the world and, of course, of Memphis. Fight Tigers Fight says, can the fans get a tour and get in the ring? The fans will have a tour, but they cannot get in the ring for insurance liabilities or possibly take pictures with the title belts. Well, I guess it all depends on who wins the title belt. I would imagine that whoever wins the championship belt, the Memphis Heritage title, it's up to them if you get to take a picture with the belt. But we have Jerry Jarrett, the founder of Memphis Wrestling. He will be with us on May 2nd. There is a VIP experience where you can meet him and hang out with him for 1 full hour along with the stars of Memphis Wrestling on May 2nd. Tickets are still available, but there's literally, actually, I think we just sold out of ringside seats. So we have general admission left and we have our VIP experience left. You better get on them now because I know they'll all be gone probably tomorrow at our live event. That's championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. General admission is only $10. Kids are only $5. And of course, you purchase the add-on so you can come and meet Jerry Jarrett, the founder, the original founder of Memphis Wrestling. And of course, you could take pictures with him. Destiny says Precious is Memphis. Oh boy, don't judge us based solely off of Precious, please. But Destiny, we hope you can make the trip from California to come see our Wrestle Center. And also, looks like I might be in Hollywood very, very soon. So I don't know if they're having fans back just yet, but as soon as they do, I hope to see you out there, you and your family, Destiny. Johnny Dotson is in the chat. Is this the real Johnny Dotson? He says, Alan Steele and Johnny Dotson are the best ever. It sounds about like the real Johnny Dotson. You should be ashamed of yourself from what you did today, lying to Bret Michaels, challenging him only to trick him into another 2-on-1 attack. You've got hell to pay, Johnny. Bret Michaels is no pushover. Wait till he gets his hands on you, brother. I don't know why you're in here trying to troll us in the live chat either. Daquan says, if you had a wrestling stable, one for men and one for women, what would the members be? Oh my gosh, I'm not sure. Looks like we do have some wrestling stables, though. We've got the Royal Family. And, of course, there's some sort of little something going on with Humongous and the Crowleys. Who's behind that? I guess we're going to have to watch Memphis Wrestling to find out. And Terrence Ward, He's in the chat here. I did a podcast with him. He launched his brand new podcast. You guys have to check that out. We talked Memphis wrestling. We talked growing up in Memphis Coliseum. We talked a little bit about everything. He's one of my favorite voices ever in professional wrestling. So I appreciated the invite, but check out his podcast. He's here. He was in the line of fire in the backstage area, especially between Derek King and Austin Lane. Sylvester says Cassandra's new finisher, the golden finish on Paris Kelly, was awesome. Did you hear the reaction from the fans? Oh my gosh, it was incredible. Oh, good to see Paris Kelly, though. I'm a big fan of Paris. So Cassandra is undefeated in Memphis wrestling. That says a lot. Daquan says Jobber Dotson. There you go, Johnny Dotson. Jobber Dotson. Dominic says, is this the major announcement? Oh, yeah, that you teased, Dustin 5-star. 6,000 square feet of Memphis Wrestling Wrestle Center opening on May the 2nd. It's our new training facility as well. If you want to train to be a professional wrestler, go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com/training and you can register now. We are enrolling for May classes. We already have students that are signed up sight unseen, but wait till you see it. It's absolutely going to be fantastic. It has never, ever been done before in Memphis wrestling history, and we are proud to bring it to you. Hi, how are you? Mohammed from Egypt. What's up, Egypt? Welcome to Memphis. How'd you like the show today? David says, I can sort of empathize with Precious. Cassandra's an attractive woman, but he does come across as stalkery. If he's aware of the problem, he can work on it. Well, there's a lot of jealousy going on right now for Precious. And I don't know if this is like love spat or if this is like a tag team spat, but he did pitch the idea of Cassandra being his tag team partner. And it kind of looks like Cassandra is siding over here with Ryan Rembrandt instead. So stay tuned. I'm sure we're going to see that all unfold. That could be a stable. If they could all three get on the same page, maybe there's a stable. But jealousy on Precious's part might keep that from happening. Bo said Dustin's finally coming to Hollywood to turn the knife into Ray. Never know. Never know. But I am planning a trip to Hollywood. I received the call just the other day. Daquan, Precious is all elite. Oh, gosh. Johnny says we beat the CR. Not sure what the CR is, but Johnny, welcome to the party here. Destiny, just a guess, you're getting your hands on Rosas. Oh, my gosh. So now let the rumors. Don't think I've forgotten about Ray Rosas. You saw Derek King put his hands on Nikki Lane. I do think that that was a little bit of a different situation because I don't mean that it's right, but Nikki Lane is a wrestler. Had she been in a match with Derek King, I could see him putting his hands on her. But that was not a match, and neither was the situation with myself and Ray Rosas where he put his hands on my Maria, who is not a trained professional wrestler. She's not a trained fighter. So there's a little bit of a difference there, but don't think I've forgotten about that, Destiny. Johnny Dotson says we beat the crap out of that muscle-bound idiot. Yeah, 2-on-1. 2-on-1. You wait till Johnny Dotson gets back up. And by back up, I mean that baseball bat. Right across your head, Johnny Dotson. Terrence Ward says, coming soon to Championship Wrestling here on YouTube for episodes to come. Loved having you on, Dustin. Thank you, Terrence, and that's a good point. So Terrence's new podcast will premiere right here on this YouTube channel. It'll have its own playlist where you can go in. He even has an interview with Lance Russell that he's going to release. And, of course, that interview was recorded years ago, but it's always great to go back and listen to Lance. I think we even talked about Lance on the podcast as well. So that is coming soon to the Memphis Championship Wrestling YouTube channel right here where you can listen to that. Also, you want to listen to the Rollin' Into Mempho podcast and hear what they had to say about today's episode. So just trying to bring you guys new content that you're going to enjoy multiple times a week, not just on Saturday and Sunday. So keep you coming back for more. Let me know what you guys want. Of course, we take into consideration what you guys watch and what you respond to, and we want to give you more of it. Sylvester says, Derek King just got served big time. Well, next week, it's official. You're going to have Nikki Lane with Austin in her corner, making sure everything's on the up and up against the Queen with Derek King in her corner. And I'm sure Van Vicious will be somewhere ringside. So that way, maybe we get a fair one-on-one match between the two. So we'll see on that. David says, when Ray Rosas least expects it. It's been a couple of years. He might have even forgotten about the beef that we had. But, you know, this is like a bear trap. I don't forget anything. Keith says Dotson and Steele are complete jerks. I totally agree with that. Bunch of jerks. Tricking Brett into coming out. But Brett always has to have eyes in the back of his head. But he's a fighter, man. He doesn't care. He'll fight 5-on-1, which is not the smartest thing. But he's a badass, I'm just going to say. Daquan says Ray Rosas fears Dustin Starr. Jonathan Ray says the Summit and Brett Michaels versus Alan Steele and Johnny Dotson. Wow. That would be an interesting contest. But I don't know if the Summit has any friends just yet. He made his debut today and made short work of Precious. Keith says bring Jeff Jarrett. You know, give you a little inside baseball here. I've talked to Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett wants to come to Memphis. So as soon as our Memphis Wrestling Wrestle Center is done, if you think Jerry Jarrett is coming and that's it, all the classic Memphis wrestlers want to come and be a part of what we're doing, and I am proud to have them. There's multiple guys that we've spoken to, and Jeff Jarrett is absolutely one of them. Still a friend of ours as well, by the way. Johnny Dotson, why does it matter? He has $1 million body with a 1-cent brain. You should be able to relate. Oh, okay. Johnny, you're in big trouble, brother. And you know he's going to get his hands on you at the Grind City Rumble tomorrow. That's another thing. We are crowning our first ever Memphis Heritage Champion tomorrow. That's going to hit the airwaves in May. But if you're there live, which the tickets are already sold out, they're gone, you'll see it first and foremost tomorrow. Let's see. Keith says Dotson and Steele will pay for what they've been doing to Brett. No doubt about it. Jonathan said Dotson is Ford country. I'm not sure what that means, Jonathan. I'm fine and news is fine in Egypt. Well, that's great. I'm glad everything is going well in Egypt. Renegade, I'm not sure what your comment means. It says when does. So maybe it's when does wrestling school start? Wrestling school starts on May 2nd. So the Wrestle Center's grand opening is on May the 2nd, and wrestling school starts that week. So if you're wanting to register, go ahead and register, put down your down payment, and we're good to go. That's championshipwrestlingmemphis.com/training. Whether you want to be a wrestler, if you want to be a broadcaster, you want to be in television, be a cameraman, ring announcer, referee, you name it, we're doing it all. So that's championshipwrestlingmemphis.com/training. David says, actually, it looks like Rosas might have his hands full with Dan Joseph. I've been a fan of Dan, still am, but Lord only knows what he'll do in the future. He set the Arizona State Championship on fire. Never seen anything like that. Keith says, go, Brett, go. Man, I really appreciate everybody joining me here for this live reaction. It's a big weekend for Memphis Wrestling. It's WrestleMania weekend. So tonight at 7 p.m., we will have our official WrestleMania watch party. So if you come find me, I will hook you up with a free game card. It's free to watch in Memphis, Dave and Buster's. And then tomorrow is 2 p.m. bell time for our live television tapings at Top of the Line Banquet Hall in Memphis. We fixed the ceiling tile, so we should be all good. As long as we don't go through the ceiling again, everything will be fine. That's our last television taping at Top of the Line. And then we move to our Memphis Wrestling Wrestle Center in Memphis, Tennessee. I can't wait. And immediately following our live television tapings tomorrow and the crowning of our first ever Memphis Heritage Champion, we are going back to Dave & Buster's for night 2 of WrestleMania, and it's absolutely free. So big shout out to Dave & Buster's, not only in Memphis, but all across the United States, where they're able to open back up, have people playing video games, and also it's the coolest place to eat, drink, play, and watch professional wrestling. Oh, yeah. Johnny Dotson again. If anyone else say a bad about me and Alan, I will personally come to your home and slap each and every one of your mouths. Oh, jeez. Johnny Dotson, you're in for a rude awakening, my friend. You might think that Brett Michaels is new to this business because he's been on our program for, 7 weeks? But the dude's been in the business for 20 years. You guys aren't the first people to jump him, and you won't be the last people to jump him. And just wait until he gets you guys in the ring, and there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. And you better hope he doesn't get back up in the form of that baseball bat again. Destiny says, so exciting. You're training for everything. Wow, even cameramen. Well, the thing is the camera operators that we have at Memphis Wrestling also do camera work for 901 FC Soccer, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Memphis Redbirds, as well as other live sports and MMA activities. So why would you not want to learn from the best? Also broadcasting. The way that we do ours is live to tape. We have a truck outside that's feeding all the information to us. So it is a very, very good quality production. And just wait till we move it into our new Wrestle Center and you'll be able to see the scenery change as well. But absolutely, man, being able to train for everything that's involving sports and sports entertainment. David said, I would very much enjoy seeing Jeff Jarrett come back to Memphis. And guess what? I'd have an issue of Captain Lou Albano's Wrestling Classics that has a photo of young Jeff Jarrett. That's very cool, man. Jeff Jarrett's been a friend of ours for quite a while. And I do look forward to eventually having him in Memphis Wrestling, and he will be at our Wrestle Center. But first is Jerry Jarrett. Jerry Jarrett is our special guest on May the 2nd. You can come and hang out with him for an entire hour. Go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. You'll see Jerry's face. You just click that. Well, you know, and he has a newfound popularity due to Conrad Thompson and Bruce Pritchard's podcast, which I think is really cool too. Kind of like more popular than ever because of the podcast. So we look forward to having Jerry Jarrett in Memphis. He's coming home to Memphis Wrestling on May 2nd. Get those tickets. They will be sold out. And then it will only be VIP experience left until those sell out. So getting some text messages about Dave and Buster's tonight. So if you guys are in the Memphis area, come by, say hello, grab you a free game card, watch WrestleMania absolutely free. Keith says, can you have a battle royal over the top rope, Mr. Mid-South Coliseum Battle Royal? Well, we're having the Grind City Rumble. You'll see it air on CW30 and on YouTube in the month of May. It takes place live tomorrow. The last man or woman standing, it's equal opportunity here, every man and woman for himself. Winner is the first ever Memphis Heritage Champion. All right, guys, I am going to wrap it up here. There is a ton of work to do before I head out to Dave & Buster's. Big TV tapings tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for joining us here. Bo says, nice to see Jerry resurging a bit now. Last I heard of him was when he brought Vladimir Kozlov to the WWE. Jerry Jarrett is still very active. He has the Jarrett Parsons Wrestling Network that he has old classic content and stuff that you can check out. He is on Twitter as well, so he does stay active even though he is obviously retired. And he is making the trip to Memphis, Tennessee to come help us out and meet all the great wrestling fans. Johnny Dotson says, I hate all you stinking country idiots who watch this show that cheers for Brett the Idiot. I might come to Dave & Buster's and slap everyone there. Well, good. Big Dan. Where's Big Dan at? We need security at Dave & Buster's to escort Johnny Dotson out of the building once he gets there. Bring Alan Steele with you, too, so we can get that footage of you being thrown out of the building. Detlef says, hello from Germany. Great show. Thank you, Detlef. I really appreciate that. We're new every single week at high noon right here on this YouTube channel and CW30 in Memphis. Daquan says there should be a ladder match for the championships. Who said there wouldn't be, Daquan? We still have to crown our Memphis Heritage Champion. We have to crown our Memphis Tag Team Champions. And we have to crown our Memphis Women's Champion. So 3 championship belts that we need to crown at some point, and it's coming sooner than later because why else are these guys and gals wrestling if it's not for the championship? So right now it's all about positioning. Who's going to get the opportunity? Who's going to get the opportunity to be a Memphis champion? David says, thanks, Dustin. Hope to see you again next week. I'll be here just like each and every week. Keith says, keep it up, man. Man, you look younger each day. Happy family to 5-star Dustin and Maria. Thank you so much, man. You're just being nice. All right, guys and gals, I'm going to get off here. I really appreciate it. If there's anybody that's watching this at a later time, go ahead and put your questions or your comments in the little comment section. We always do a good job about coming back and responding. And I look forward to seeing everybody live tomorrow and tonight at Dave & Buster's. And, of course, at Top of the Line Banquet Hall, where we will crown our first ever Memphis Heritage Champion. And I will give you just a little hint right here. Next week, right here on Championship Wrestling from Memphis, we are going to we will start introducing the championship belt and introducing how we're going to crown that champion. You have a little bit of the inside information right now because we're not live, we are taped. But next week, you're going to start seeing it all go down. But until then, I am Dustin Starr. Get out of here, Johnny Dotson. Saying so long, everybody. Oh, yeah.